Well, as President Cyril Ramaphosa gears up to host his counterpart from Sahrawi Republic, President Ibrahim Ghali, to strengthen relations between the two nations. Sahrawi Republic ambassador in South Africa is in Watford, Ekurhuleni, to lay a wreath in the grave of the former ANC President Oliver Tambo. Sahrawi Republic is Africa's last colony. Khayelihle Khumalo joins us now with the ambassador. Good afternoon, Khayelihle, and thank you so much for your time. I suppose the ambassador will tell us what we are likely to look forward to with regards to those talks.
Well, very much so, Nati, especially because we know that South Africa has always been a staunch supporter of the struggle of the Western Sahara. You look at the history between Polisario and the ANC. So hence, the ambassador really took the time to come and lay a wreath here in this particular place where one of the longest-serving leaders of the ANC, Tambo, is resting. So it's quite a very symbolic gesture. And the ambassador joins us now. So, Ambassador, thank you so much indeed for your time. We do know that South Africa has always been your allies, talking about your self-determination, your quest. How important is it that South Africa is one of those voices that continue to call for the quest that you want?
It's very important. South Africa is not only another country, it has a lot of moral weight and symbolic weight attached because of the struggle, the heroic struggle the people of South Africa have done and their great victory against the criminal system of apartheid. But the alliance between Polisario and the ANC date many years before the independence of South Africa and the democratization of South Africa. We came to cherish and to appreciate the leader with the caliber of our Tambo because it's during the struggle that my former leader Abdelaziz with O.R. Tambo, they have been always coordinating the struggle of our two people and sharing whatever resources they have, coordinating their work. They were in a strong alliance over the years. That alliance has been continued since the foundation of Polisario, since the first meeting between Polisario and the ANC on the fringe of the liberation movement of OAU. Then Tambo, the late O.R. Tambo, have visited Western Sahara several times, and we consider him one of our own heroic martyrs, one of our heroes of our struggle. That's why, on the name of my people, of my government, I always make time in October to come and show respect to and celebrate the life and the heritage and heritage of O.R. Tambo and of course Adelaide Tambo. Yes.
And of course, Ambassador, your President Ghali is coming to South Africa. There's quite a lot to be expected. We've seen South Africa in terms of capacity building in so many areas helping your country. What's likely to be the main issues?
This is a state visit under the invitation, the kind invitation of His Excellency President Cyril Ramaphosa to President Ibrahim Ghali. It will be next week. It comes in the framework of the well-established and traditional friendship and solidarity and cooperation that have always existed between South Africa, democratic South Africa and the Sahrawi Republic. President will come, the two leaders with their delegations will study, analyze the situation in Africa, in North Africa, in Southern Africa related to the AU and to the UN, and I'm very sure many great ideas and the programs will come out of that very important visit.
And Ambassador, still speaking about AU, we know that when Morocco was readmitted, there was an outcry within the AU ranks. Are you still calling for countries like South Africa to be vociferous, to be outspoken about your self-determination, about your quest to have freedom?
Yes, South Africa has been always, because of its history, because of its constitution, because of the stand of its people, have been always a very strong advocate for all the just causes in the world, among them Western Sahara. Morocco belonging to the AU must respect the values of the AU and must respect the Constitutive Act of the AU. We cannot have a country that violates the Constitutive Act, and we should time, I think, after 4 years of the existence of Morocco inside the AU, time have proven he is very destructive. He is taking it for granted, and I think African countries should caution the existence of such problematic member in our continental organization.
Just before I let you go, Ambassador, with President Ghali coming to South Africa, do you think the issues of economic growth, recovery will feature? With COVID-19, surely it hasn't been quite an easy time.
Yes, it's never been an easy time for our continent with the situation in the world, with the situation, economic crisis, health crisis, that all impacted on the economic and the life of our people. Nevertheless, we are determined to keep working, to keep struggling, to keep making it better for our continent and for the benefit of our people of this continent.
All right, Ambassador, thank you so much indeed for your time. Of course, he's flanked by the leadership here in Ekurhuleni, and it's quite a very significant month for the country and the world with the legacy that was left behind by OR Tambo. And of course, this is quite a very poignant point as they came to pay their respect, to pay homage to one of South Africa's democracy's chief architects. But also in the main, also, bilateral relations between Western Sahara and South Africa quite important, especially because this is a country in the continent that is still colonized and unfortunately by a fellow African country. And we do know that the issue of the referendum has always been a topical issue, and President Ghali has always been coming to South Africa, supporting the country and really advocating for change in his own country.
Kailihle, thank you so much for that report. Of course, Kailihle Khumalo coming to us live there from Ekurhuleni.